Non-Americans of Reddit, what is the craziest rumor you heard about America that turned out to be true? That Dolly Parton has her own theme park in Tennessee. I thought it was a joke. I'm from Australia, and all my life I believed red Solo cups were like 555 area codes minus a Hollywood prop. When I immigrated to the US, my mill was making dinner and offered me iced tea in a red Solo cup. I lost it, made everyone sign the cup. I've still got it. Sports bars are actually exactly how they're portrayed on TV. Not exactly crazy, but I wanted to test out the stereotype that Americans will talk to anyone, so I sought out a sports bar on my first visit. Ended up having a ton of really fun conversations with total strangers who I'll never talk to ever again. It was great. American state and national parks are some of the most beautiful places on Earth. All parks could use more funding, but American parks are well staffed and maintained. There's real pride. America has libraries that are essentially free to use. This was not even a rumor, but more like sarcastic comment from a friend who heard I was excited to go to the US, because he knew what book nerds my entire family is. When I first arrived here 25 years ago, the first day of work at Newark, NJ, I walked out at lunchtime and saw the huge central library. The size boggled my mind, but I bravely walked to check it out. The guy says, "Yup, show me your work ID for local address, and you get a membership card." Me, how much does it cost? I only own $80 total till I get my first pay. He, bemused, almost laughing, "It's free. You don't pay anything." Me, after a brief recovery time from shock, "So how many books am I allowed to take home?" Expecting that to be a catch. Maybe I need to put down a security deposit for each book. He, now positively enjoying himself, "How many can you carry?" That day I took home 30 plus books, just being greedy, and quickly called my dad to tell him about it. For a guy who painstakingly would browse used bookstores in small town India just to get his kids great books to read, he was suitably amazed. He was puzzled if that would kill the bookstore business, because I'd buy if such free libraries existed. Till date I remember the gratitude I felt that day for being able to come here. And when Dad visited some years later, I would drop him off at a library on my way to work and he'd be lost in it all day. $2 bills. All the food is bigger. Parents were from the US. They were fucking shocked on how nice you Americans are. They said that y'all a weird type of nice, but nice regardless. It didn't even matter they were from the US. Moved to the States post-collapse. You Americans seem to accept them anyway. Edit. I'm loving all the replies. Edit 2. Words. Edit 3. Current highest rated comment. Yay, I guess. That people actually get attacked by alligators which got in their pools. Specifically referring to Florida here. Drink sizes. Holy shit. When my family visited in 2017, we landed in Texas for a stopover. First thing I saw in the shops part of the terminal was a dude who was drinking from what looked like an actual fucking bucket. Minus here in NC our large drinks would be considered an American small, or maybe medium. Biscuits and gravy is a legit thing. Also, you can ride motorcycles without helmets in some states. And your iced tea isn't sweetened unless you ask for sweet. Edit. Nothing could have possibly prepared me for the absolute dichotomy of sweet tea versus iced tea in the comments. This is evidently very important to many. Removed. The minimal amount of paid days off you get from work. A friend of mine from Wisconsin was very proud he got 20 days off per year. If someone in Germany would offer me only 20 days, I would laugh at him and leave. Crazy hospitable turned out to be true. Talkative turned out to be true as well. Free refills. I've had several German friends who were amazed that at house parties everyone actually does drink out of red Solo cups. They thought that was just a weird thing people did in movies, and now they think it is a huge conspiracy or something. As an American, I think you could also ask this question to Americans. 'Cause there are some weird-ass statesmen. I studied in Maryland for about half a year back in 2017. I'd always heard that Americans are like super good at pie. I was pretty much all alone during Thanksgiving since everyone else was with their families. One of the ras I'd befriended knocked on my door and brought me all different kinds of pie. Dear Lord, I've never tasted anything that delicious. From blueberry to apple to pumpkin. Every single pie. They were all amazing. Before I moved to America, I heard about dishwashers. That sheet sounded too good to be true. Well, imagine my surprise. That you can identify Texans with the simple phrase, "The stars at night are big and bright." Not really crazy. But I just learned you guys have like outdoor sirens that get tested somewhat frequently. I've only heard those noises in video games and movies until my friend sent me a clip, because I had no idea it actually happened. Edit. I'm in Canada, Southern Ontario. The honking. I thought it was a movie stereotype, and then I went to New York. That Hawaiians really like spam. The "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" song. That's apparently sung at baseball games. Still not entirely sure that guy wasn't taking the piss out of me. I really want to check something. In the movies /series, schools have a fuck ton of extracurricular activities and clubs. Basketball, football, swimming, cheerleaders, chess, and a lot of more. How true is that? Also, how serious are those games between schools? That your country is huge. And #XB. I got off the plane and asked the cab guy how far the hotel was, and he said about 30 miles. I almost had a heart attack. Turns out cabs are cheaper than the UC. And #XB. I can't remember the price I paid, but I was pleasantly surprised. The UC cabs are like £4 per mile. Also, you would get laughed of the taxi for asking to go 30 miles and not taking the train. You can see into the public toilet cubicles. That American kids eat straight sugar. Walked onto the playground and saw kids chugging these long thin sticks. I try and it was just colored sugar, lol. Called them pixie sticks. 2017 in Athens, Georgia. I passed out at work and was fine, but my boss had already called an ambulance and insisted I get checked out. A less than 2-mile ambulance ride cost me $950 with insurance. I was only dehydrated. Free soft drink refills in restaurants. Like WTH. That they are able to drink from the sink. I tried that and spit the water. It tastes like shit in my country. But when I went to America, it tastes great. That there are many libraries of all kinds in the United States. One positive thing I've noticed: foreigners love how big Halloween is here. Edit. Interested in celebrating Halloween in the States? Couple good starting places to visit. Halloween Horror Nights. https://www.halloweenhorrornights.com/ Fan of the Orlando location. Disney does a nice event. https://thepointsky.com/guide/Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Tips/ as well. Salem, Ma. https://www.hauntedhappenings.org/ Bonus video of our decorations. Sorry for crappy camera work. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=m5 and emp feature =u2.b. I'm an American, but one that I've heard a lot is that we have a bunch of trees. I've never really thought about, but when I was told this, I did some research. Turns out about 70% of the US is forested. Guess we have an abnormal amount of trees. Not me, but my dad. And #XB. My dad heard this crazy rumor about everyone getting drunk and wearing green for one day a year. He obviously didn't know this was a holiday, and was like, WTF. When he came to the US and discovered St. Patrick's Day, he was amazed. Edit. My dad is from China, for those who are asking. How much people smoke weed up here? As a Brit living in America, the amount of pharmaceutical commercials on TV is creepy. People of Walmart.